Good morning, General Chat. Sunday, January 11th, we have a emergency broadcast from the Good Morning General Chat podcast. Yesterday, Joe Field did a Twitch stream. On this Twitch stream, he discussed the podcast. He didn't discuss the podcast directly. He got linked to a YouTube video that was uploaded by Nigel Houston Allegations, which was a clipped version of our Brain podcast that Nigel Houston Allegations hopped in on. So if you haven't listened to that one, go back and listen. It's available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Today I have a guest to watch this VOD with me. Another member of the Discord. How would I describe this one? I don't know. I think he's a skater over 30. He's served hard time, and he has some of the most polarizing opinions from the Discord. I'm pretty sure he's been banned from the Discord at some point, or the Patreon app at some point. Hopefully he'll give us some more information on that. Please welcome Gabe. You want to say hello?
Hello. Good morning. Good morning, General Chat. I did get a short ban on the Discord for using a word I shouldn't have.
Okay. Was that right when you joined the Discord?
Yeah, it was probably within the first few days.
Do you remember who gave you the timeout or the warning or the ban? Hold on a second. I got a little bit of a technical difficulty. I've lost Gabe. Can you hear me, everybody? Can I get a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me? Gabe, where are you? Okay, I can hear myself. I've lost Gabe's mic. Let me see what we can do about that. All right, I'm going to have Sammy Baked join us, if he can unmute himself and kind of step up to the bat for a few minutes while Gabe works out here.
Am I back?
Hi, Gabe. Welcome back. Okay, Sammy, thanks for stepping in. All right, Gabe.
Lost my Wi-Fi.
All right, cool. Well, we should do our sponsor read for today before we get going with watching the VOD from Joe, okay? Do you want to take this for us, Gabe?
Yeah. Today's episode of Good Morning General Chat is sponsored by Lil Jon Rails. Lil Jon Rails was started by Corey Littlejohn in 2020. He has been a skateboarder for over 25 years and worked in plastic fabrications for 15 years. When seeing the quality of other rails on the market, he decided to mix in the two skill sets and start making rails that are built to last. With the ability to create custom shapes and sizes, Lil Jon stands out amongst the rest. We do offer custom shapes and sizes. Please email Corey for more information. All rails are made in the USA, CNC machine, using an extremely durable, high molecular plastic that is made to slide and last. Most other skateboard rails on the market are injection molded, which weakens the quality of the material. Mounting screws are provided as well as double stick tape on the backs of the rails to help with installation and minimize rattling. Follow us on Instagram at Lil Jon Rails for more information.
Thank you, Lil Jon Rails. And Gabe, are you do you work with Lil Jon Rails, or have you tried the product yourself?
I've skated them before. I just thought it'd be funny to have a skate rail sponsor on such a anti-old head brand.
Well, considering the Discord's last clip of the month was 5 on a flat bar, I would love to try it. And I actually did, I think 4 new tricks. I learned 4 new tricks that day on a flat bar that I had never done on a flat bar before for my 5 on a flat bar clip of the month. Did you submit?
That's beautiful.
Did you submit to the that clip of the month?
I did not. I've been wanting to start participating in that, but I have not yet jumped in yet.
What do you think about this month's challenge? Have you noticed there's not been a single submission yet?
It's a street grab, right?
That's what the clip of the month currently is, and it was the challenge was the clip of the month was announced, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I haven't seen a submission yet. So strange.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about what I could do and where I could do it, and was kind of racking my brain. But I'm sure a lot of people are dealing with weather issues and things like that. I'm probably one of the few privileged people that can actually go out and film something, and I have no idea what to do.
I'm glad you acknowledge that. So I want you to please, you got to submit, man. Don't
Yeah.
Don't let me down, man. Just for the sake of the old heads, at least no matter what, I've submitted to like the last 4 or 5 of them. I haven't missed a submission yet, and it's the one thing that feels like it gives me the right to say and do whatever the fuck I want in the Discord. Is because at least like most of the people that are yapping haven't even submitted to something, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of why I like the format on the Discord, because there's like the expectation that you actually skateboard and do things to actually have a voice.
There is a little bit of a hierarchy for sure, and it's not like it's not necessarily that you have to be a great skateboarder, which I think is good is too. It's like obviously like I'll rag on somebody if I thankfully am a little bit better than them, because I feel like it's just an undeniable way to just talk shit to someone when like there's like video proof that like you're far superior to somebody else in an activity. But overall, I think it's nice that it at the end of the day it's just a joke, but kind of not a joke. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, like I feel with skating, it's important to, like, even if you're not good, it's important to still make yourself try. You know, take yourself out of a comfort zone and you know, fucking do something that you think you can fucking get hurt on or fucking that could go wrong.
That's when skateboarding becomes that's when it always becomes the coolest for me, is when I've pushed myself to like do something that I didn't think was possible, or something I wasn't even planning, or if you do something that you think is possible, that's a fucking cool feeling too. I mean, yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, that looks different for everybody. You know, one person's fucking challenging is easy for somebody else, and something whatever, you know. But the point is that you keep fucking pushing yourself.
Yeah, no, I've got this street grab like planned, and I've got two of them planned. So I'm going to New York at the end of the month, and I'm gonna hopefully film one there, and yeah, so hopefully it works out. Okay, yes, I like the flat bars. Little John flat bars, was that what it was called again?
The rails, yeah.
The rails, flat rails. Thank you, Little John. And let's start this VOD from yesterday and see what we think. Okay, so I'm pushing play. I'm still running the stream. That's right. Okay. Can you hear it now?
IG. Yes.
Okay, great. So, to tell the listeners, he's
Come on, computer. Jesus
All right.
Christ.
That's Joe.
What the fuck is this? Load!
All right, so we all, Joa, he's just like
I
us.
switched back
We all
to
have
these.
computer buffering problems, right?
Gaming.
Yeah, I would say so. Everyone gets frustrated with things like this.
Here in League of Legends.
Yeah. So he's looking
But this
at
is
the
really-
Hype Beast
I'm gonna have
website
to
right now
submit.
because Bobby DeKaiser just recently had an interview or a segment or
Instagram page.
some PR on Hype Beast.
That interview was fucking awful.
Oh, you read it?
Yeah, I read it the other day. He's a great skater. Yeah, I love his footage, but that interview just came off pretentious as fuck.
With Nigel Houston allegations.
Oh.
Why did his page get taken down?
Okay, we'll get back to Bobby DeKaiser. Here we go. Let's let this play for a little while, okay?
You're silver? I'm not anything.
All right.
What was the story there? Did that podcast get removed? Because I saw people talking about it, then I went to go look for it this morning, and I didn't see it. Fuck that guy, he's a fat bastard that can't skate.
Oh, okay, there we go. So already Joa is, I just want the listeners to be aware, Joa is already confused and incorrect about the Good Morning General Chat podcast. He's talking about how he's looking for the podcast where Nigel Houston accusations talks about his situation. And he couldn't find it, even though it's uploaded and it's there, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was looking for, but it's definitely there.
Yeah, and again, I'm not like pointing my finger at him because some people, you actually, Gabe, told me that he was what were the words you said? He said he was trashing the podcast, or he was giving.
I used the word criticism.
You used criticism. Okay, that was nice. Someone else in the chat, in the Discord, was saying that he was. Well, anyway, because I didn't take it that way. I just kind of took it as like, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, and he's just trying to be funny. So already he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. So we've confirmed that. All right.
Oh, really? Nigel Houston allegations, a fat bastard that can't skate. So apparently he was talking about his, he's working with Brink. Brink is teaming up with a meme page.
Okay, so now Brink is a new character for you, right?
Yeah, I feel like maybe I've heard his name before, but I'm definitely not familiar with like what he is or what he does.
Well, let me give you a little breakdown of who Robert Brink is for our listeners and for you. So Robert Brink is a man from New Jersey, I believe. In the early to mid 90s, he was a flowed/sponsored skateboarder for a brand based out of Vermont, a small brand that I've still to this day never heard of. I grew up in New England, but apparently he was getting flow from this board company. That board company went out of business, and it revamped as a board company called Infamous. Are you familiar with Infamous skateboards?
Not really, but
so
okay.
Infamous was a mid to late 90s skateboard brand. They had their biggest name pro was probably Bobby Pulio. Skated for them.
Okay, yeah.
So Bobby was on Infamous, kind of in between sponsors after he moved back from San Francisco. So Bobby Pulio was kind of already known.
Their fault.
So before Bobby Pulio skated for Enjoy, he was on Infamous. They put out one video. Nikhil Thayer, Pete Eldridge. Not Pete Eldridge. Who was Ben Liversedge. It was like a very East Coast centric team. And it came out of Vermont. It was kind of a strange little company, but it was kind of a cool company. Ian Reed, who made one of the best skateboard videos of all time, the Underground Classic. What's that one called? Something from the Hood, like Tales from the Hood or something. I'll link. I
love Tales from the Hood.
There's this really good skateboard video by this guy called Ian Reed. But he skated for Infamous as well. Anyway, so Rob Brink supposedly skated flow for Infamous. That's what I was told on a podcast I recorded that had to get unlisted. The guest said that Rob Brink was flow for Infamous. Not true. He was not flow for Infamous. He was flow for the company, or he worked for the company before Infamous. He never got on Infamous. He had. I never saw footage of him. Growing up, I never saw him in a 4-on-1. I never saw him in a Logic video. He was not in the Infamous video. So I did recently, Rob Brink yesterday posted from his Instagram some clips of him skating. Let's see what that looks like. And these are the clips that I was actually just told about. Are you seeing my Instagram stuff up here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So here's Robert Brink. He's making new skateboards. He's talking about his favorite skateboards he skated in the 90s, blah, 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 how his company, his new boards he's making, he's trying to make them look like that. Okay, here's his footage. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so 3 or 4 days ago, I was doing a podcast, and the guest was talking about this footage. He specifically said, yeah, Brink can skate. He can do fakie 360 flips. Did you see the fakie 360 flip?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so when I saw this footage...
Rob?
Yeah, it's Rob. So when I saw this footage this morning, I immediately was like, okay, so this is the footage that guy that guest was talking about. This one clip. Okay, great. Yeah, it's a nollie to switch crook, plop out, fakie tray, switch frontside flip. Obviously, good line.
With the Swango?
What's up, Sammy Baked? All right, and then here's his other footage.
We're echoing.
So here's his other footage. You're looking here. And he's, kind of like a sloppy manual skater. And, it reminds me of some footage that I see of this one member of the Discord who will remain nameless. Okay, kickflip, backtail to fakie. And this is the footage. If you look there, he talks about how it's this footage he submitted to Infamous, but he never got on the team. Okay? So, I was told that Brink was a legit skater. He was flow for Infamous, blah, blah, blah. Not true. Brink did addressed that with that post. So I'm assuming he's listening to Good Morning General Chat podcast, because why else would he post that footage when it was just discussed like 3 days ago? What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like when you're that little of an internet celebrity that you probably gravitate to any even slight reference of yourself. It just, kind of feeds the ego and keeps you going.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo.
Hey, what's up? One second, everybody. I want to welcome back my last guest, the Brain. What's up, Brain?
Yo, you're echoing so bad.
Yeah?
www.
Well, that's just one more thing for the haters to hate on, and for the those who appreciate.
Dude, fix your mic.
I don't have to do shit, man. I don't have to fix nothing. I think it sounds perfect.
Dude, your whole episode is in shambles, though. It's like
I disagree.
Echoing so bad.
I disagree, Brain. I think it's perfect. You should go watch.
Okay.
Speaking the truth so hard, you gotta hear it twice.
All right. I appreciate.
Have fun.
I appreciate the help, though. All right.
Okay.
Everybody's a critic. Thank you very much for chiming in. And all right, so that's Rob Brink, where he started from in skateboarding, where he currently, and then he also, after his attempts at becoming a sponsored skater didn't really work out, I guess he got jobs within the industry. Apparently he worked for Soul Tech at some point, and he also then started, when I first actually heard of him was when he was working at the Ride Channel. And again, I got nothing against this guy. I'm just trying to explain to everybody who he is. Like, I've got no skin in this game. Never met Rob Brink before. I really liked all the Weekend Buzz stuff he did at the time. It was super special. It was very unique, and there was nothing like that. You didn't get that much access to these skate personalities, and they were all coming on to talk to Rob and Erica Yara. And there were some really funny moments, and you got to hear cool stories. Like I said, it's definitely a precursor to the 9 Club, a precursor to a lot of modern skate media. And Rob Brink was the host of those shows. And now he has become somebody who is trying to, call out people who have professional skaters or ex-professional skaters who have done dubious things in the past, and he's trying to show some light on it. I guess he's a bit of an investigative journalist. That's how I would describe who Rob Brink is. Does that feel pretty good to you, Gabe? Do you have any other questions?
I mean, I understand who he is. I definitely have issues with him being labeled a journalist, and a lot of what this is, I think, not very respectable, but yeah, I understand his role.
Yeah, he did write for some skateboarding magazines in the early 2000s. I don't remember what capacity. I can't remember which magazines. I don't think it was Thrasher. I think it was maybe for skateboard.
Big Brother?
No, not Big Brother. Maybe he wrote for Big Brother. I don't know, but it was either Skateboard Magazine or Skateboarder Magazine or Transworld.
Do you remember Whalecock skateboards?
Of course, I had a Whalecock skateboard.
I had a T-shirt. I never had the board.
Yeah, I had that funny one that was like it was an early, Whalecock was a short-lived skate company that was done by Dave Carney of a vert skater who became most famous for writing for Big Brother magazine. He also wrote for Skateboarder magazine as well. So you're a Dave Carney fan?
I was a Big Brother fan for sure. I was like fucking 13, 14 at that time. It was like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, it was a really good magazine. I agree. I think if anyone hasn't seen it, you should go back and find some back issues. Some of the, like I said, Dave Carney was a writer for that magazine for the second half of it, and his stories are so funny, man. Just like really, 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 really great writer. So Rob
Brink, I was born in 1988 for context.
Okay, sorry, I'm 8 years your senior. All right, so that's Rob Brink. People have a lot of things to say about him, but the reason why I think he's so relevant right now is because he has a lot to say himself, right? Joa is going to get into that on the stream. So let's get back to let Joa talk about what and again, Rob Brink just came up in passing when the Nigel Houston allegations came on our podcast. All right,
whoever runs the Discord, I guess, got pissed at him for posting the slam. No, it's somebody from Disorder DM'd him. But why did his page get taken down off Instagram? Did the interview go poorly? What happened?
And this was all covered on the last episode, if anybody's interested.
Is it? What is this?
Is it? What is it?
People that are paying money at this point in his career. At this point in his career, he does. He's giving two uploads. Hold on one second. We have someone in the speak out. Hey, Nigel.
So now this is Joa watching.
Can you hear us?
The YouTube upload that Nigel Houston allegations. That Nigel Houston allegations clipped.
Do you want to introduce yourself to our listeners?
Joa's watching
Joa
it.
our goat, and he ain't even plugged in.
Thank you, Sammy. I agree. This is him, and this is funny because this is. Let's keep that in mind. Here he is live on his stream, listening to something. He has no notes. He doesn't know what the fuck he's listening to, right? And then what is he going to say to me when he? What is he going to say to Good Morning General Chat when he doesn't appreciate how my podcast is going?
Any news on that coming back? Can you see this? Can you see this?
So right now, Joa is just listening. He's obviously not heard this yet, and I can see his face in the video. He's starting to get a little discouraged. He knows that his streamers are getting impatient, and he wants something.
Sloan, take control of the fucking conversation, man.
Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that?
I did.
Yeah. So he's angry with me on how I do my fucking podcast. When meanwhile, because his streamers are probably in the chat getting on him, being like, what the fuck are we watching at, right?
Yeah, that's what it comes off as for sure.
100%, dude. Like maybe I'm wrong. You know, Joa, if you want to get at me, like you can tell me I'm incorrect, or maybe somebody, so one of these fucking brain children in the fucking Discord can tell me what he's actually thinking because he's a fucking mind reader. Yeah, obviously Joa's annoyed that the content that he's watching for his streamers is probably pissing off people. Okay, let's push play again.
We gotta practice, Sloan. We gotta practice your interviewing skills, dude.
I'm not an interviewer.
TikTok brain.
I'm not an interviewer. Sammy Baked, thank you for joining us. You've been a guest on the podcast, right?
Yes.
You're a YouTuber, right?
Yes.
Would you say what I do is interview people?
No, I don't think you interview people.
Okay, yes. As anyone who listens to the podcast should know, whenever I have a guest on, they're always invited on as a guest. I'm not interviewing that person. I don't want to ask them like where their first board was, or if the first time their fucking older brother taught them how to do a fucking kickflip. Like, no, I don't interview people. You come on and we have a conversation, right?
Yes.
All right, so there we go. All right, so let's see what else Joa has to say about this. And again, the content that Joe is watching right now, it's not even my content. He's watching a YouTube from Nigel Houston allegations, and he's already criticizing me. So he's watching something out of context, and yeah, all right.
I notice also when Sloan does I think a lot of you guys won't even know what this GMGC thing is, but
that's also really insulting. To say that, like that nobody knows what I don't know. Like, do you guys think that that's a shot at me? Like directly, like just trying to like discredit the whole thing, or I don't know. Maybe he's just.
I think it's a failure on the operation. You know, like he needs to be promoting that. You know, ultimately, you're making his job easier.
Yeah, and he's not even like reaching out to me to like I if he wants, I can help him. I can send because listen what he says next.
Sloan listens to like the point is he plays Patreon episodes of mine and then talks about them with other people. I noticed when I was listening to his one with Ted, he was talking to Ted about his video, and then he talks to Ted and plays the Patreon video in the background at the same time. So he was listening to the person that he was having a conversation with and also listening to a YouTube video at the same.
I wasn't listening to a YouTube video. Again, he's like not understanding what he doesn't even know what he's listening to.
It's like perfect TikTok brain material.
Yeah, and again,
something playing in the background.
And
Another thing going on.
I just want to be clear that I'm not criticizing like Joa as a person right now. I'm just frustrated as a podcaster who's trying to do something to help his community, trying to do something for like, you know, the general chat, and he is kind of his criticism of what I'm doing is making me look bad to my listeners and like my potential listeners as well. So like, I mean, maybe there's some sort of legal precedence that
I think that's also how you know you're doing well, because like, you know, all the good artists, nobody gets them when they first come out. You know, it takes a few years for people to like finally understand, and then that's what really makes an artist ahead of the curve, is that you see where the taste is going, not where it's at right now, you know?
That means a lot coming from you, Gabe. Like your fucking California fucking sun-breached brain, the fact that you can understand that, and when like so many people like who are supposedly like European educated like are confused by this whole thing. So respect to you, Gabe. Where did you go?
All how I see it.
Where did you go to college?
The University of California, Berkeley.
Oh, okay. This explains it. Okay, so you know how to critically think.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I have bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and likely soon to be pursuing a PhD of sorts in the next probably year or two.
Dr. Gabe! Fuck yes. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, good luck on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I may go to fucking law school. I'm having like a midlife crisis where I feel like I should get a JD, but I don't know.
I mean, I think law school is always a good idea if you've proven that you can finish the course loads, can't you?
Yeah, and really, like, with student loans and stuff like that, like, as long as you accept that you'll just never pay them off and just don't even start, they're just basically fake.
Cool. I like that perspective. Okay, I want to get back at that, Gabe, but let's listen to what Joa has to say about my interviewing techniques.
And then when he found something that he wanted to pause on, he'd be like, okay, wait, stop there. Now what do you think about this? You got to have your timestamps ready, Sloan. That's my my interviewing tip for you.
So, again, like, I get that he's not attacking me, and that's what I really want to say is, like, he's criticizing, but he's kind of giving constructive criticism, right? I don't want him to think I'm being an asshole to him, because I get that he's being supportive of the whole process, and I appreciate that. So, okay, let's continue.
Dude, if he were to hear that fucking echo, dude, the echo's so bad, I can literally hear myself after I talk, bro.
Hey, you don't even understand how this works, so why don't you shut the fuck up? Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. I don't know what this echo these brain children keep complaining about. They don't understand how my audio engineer works. They're in the Discord listening to the podcast. They're not listening to the final process. So the fact that they're hearing an echo, it's not going to be in the final recording. Okay. You got that, audience? Thank you. All right, let me push play again.
Ready to go, because you can't be multitasking like that.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Multitasking, that's been a strong theme for me this weekend.
He should have just let Ben Cato move the planter.
So, Nigel Houston allegations clipped his own interview?
Okay, there we go. So he's giving me shit for not having timestamps for an interview, when it's not an interview, it's a conversation. And all of a sudden, right after he says that, he realizes, wait a minute, what am I actually watching on stream here? Hold on a second.
But then added a timestamp in the description? Why didn't you just upload it from 5 minutes then if the rest of it sucked?
Have you seen the video that everyone keeps claiming there is? Like, I've never seen.
There we go. We got Brain back on there.
I guess he was going to talk about why he got banned, but then they started talking about cigarettes, so... Okay, hang on.
So I'll describe the screen to my listeners. We've got, what was the name of the Instagram account? Nige?
So that's, again, Joe is frustrated because he doesn't know what he's listening to, and he doesn't know where it's coming from. I think he's waiting for the Rob Brink information.
Said I was, Nige, I never claimed to be the account was operated by him. That's why. The username does have his name in it. It identified the account as like an archive.
He's looking for the Brink part, so he
numerous
can
sexual allegations,
the
but not as him himself.
conversation into
Well, I guess
his Brink stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I thought you just posted.
I don't like. I think I've never really liked the page this guy runs, because it's like, and if Brink is working with this dude, it's also weird, which is one of like the issues with fucking Brink running this, like Dane Berman Brigade, is that it's like, it looks weird to put like stories of like serious, and I've learned this from experience,
Okay, so this is the part of the podcast where he like you said, like Sammy just pointed out, basically Joa is using the Good Morning General Chat podcast to create a dialogue about himself that he's having with somebody that I don't really want to get into now anymore, because I think Joa is going to talk about that later. So maybe we'll stop watching the content here because... well, he's not talking about me anymore, so I kind of don't really care.
That's understandable.
So Gabe, so one of the things that I've noticed after leaving the USA is this idea about higher education and the various beliefs in it, the various understandings of it. It's become this like political topic. Am I wrong in saying that?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Everything related to universities is entwined with politics.
Okay, and that's always been the case, I would say. But it seems like there's a hyper focus on it by a lot of people who don't maybe understand politics so much, but have in the last 10 years kind of made politics part of their personality and a lot about become a big hobby almost. I've noticed the rise of political hobbyists.
Yeah, I feel like also in the last 10 years or so, the mechanisms of sending content to people have changed so much to where 15 years ago, to know about politics, you actually had to seek it out and read things and actively take an interest in it. Whereas now, if you just have a social media account, you're going to be fed some version of every story through an algorithm. And now you're able to digest and receive opinions from other sources within a few seconds, while you're scrolling on your back. So I feel like it's now just in part of the algorithm and pushed into everybody, whereas before you actually had to seek it out. Yeah,
you had to watch C-SPAN if you wanted to know how the senators voted or the congressional house voted. Whereas nowadays, like you said, you'll just get some random person in your, not random, but somebody in your algorithm telling you about how somebody voted, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Everything is politicized.
Yeah, and it was only certain newspapers would really cover it. So yeah, it's definitely okay. But that being said, I still think it's cool to hear that you're interested and you respect and value your education you received at Berkeley, which is one of the pinnacles of public education in the United States. I would say.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the number one public university in the country and has more Nobel Prize laureates than anywhere else. Done some big things. It's an amazing university. Okay, great.
So that's cool that you're proud of it, as I would say you should be proud of it, and you support it, and you're still looking. Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to hear that, man, because I don't necessarily, you don't really hear that perspective that much coming from the USA these days.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have been discouraged by the college process. I think they were sold an idea of a college education that just really didn't come true. But I just think there's endless value in the constant pursuit of knowledge that, you shouldn't always be about the final product, but the journey.
I like that. Yeah, I'm surprised to hear that from you because I thought you were just like a right-wing fascist.
No, I mean, I don't know where I fall on the political spectrum anymore, and I kind of reject the idea that political spectrums are on a left-right basis anyways. I feel that it's kind of like a three-dimensional thing where nobody's really to the left or to the right, but kind of various points depending on who they are and where they're at in their life and the actual situation. But like, there's just no room for that level of nuance anymore, where it's just like pick a side or die.
Well, there is room for it for sure. I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. Because we feel like there's no room for it because certain people don't give us room for it, right?
And it's kind of like if it's not evident what side you support, you're kind of just written off immediately and not given any room to explain yourself.
Yeah, I mean, in your situation with your experience with the Discord, you coming in, making some joke, thinking you can say something, and then all of a sudden you could be like, you could have gotten kicked and banned for eternity, and we never would have gotten to get your first clip of the month submission that we're going to receive.
Would have been a travesty, man.
I mean, we still haven't seen the submission, so the jury's out on whether we're saved or being tortured.
I think an existence of a clip is always better than no existence of a clip. No matter how bad it is, you still had something to talk about.
Yeah, goes against what the great British pedophile writer Oscar Wilde once said. I think he said the opposite of that bad art is worse than no art or something. But he also said all art is quite useless, which is one of my favorite quotes of all time.
I mean, I agree and disagree with that at the same time. I mean, it's
yeah, no.
You define use.
No. I mean, Oscar Wilde certainly doesn't declare all the truths of the earth. It was just really funny that the way you worded it, because it was like the complete opposite to what he said. But then I also, like I said, he has a complete he's a contradiction himself. So who cares? Fuck, man, we're going off the rails. Is the echo still there?
No.
It turned down GABE,
yeah.
so no.
Hold on a little bit.
Thanks, Sammy Baked. All right. Was there anything else we wanted to discuss in this episode? Is there anything in the VOD that we want to watch anymore?
I haven't gotten that far in it yet.
I heard he watches the Adidas video. Did you guys watch the Adidas video yet?
No.
I think a few minutes. I started watching and put it off.
I saw
busy this week.
He said, I fucking hate Felipe.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, that clip of Felipe is so good. I don't want to spoil it. I'm gonna get my editors to put together something with that. So that's a little treat for us later on. It started out with that.
Adidas is definitely the weirdest of the mainstream skate brands.
In what sense?
But I had a couple pairs of the Taishans, and they were really good. They just don't look right on a skateboard. Like, Nikes feel nice. Like, Nikes look a little better. New Balance, I guess, works. But, like, Adidas seeing the stripes, it just never really sets in for me. The
Buzenets was one of the best skate shoe I ever had in my life. I
love the first Taishans. I had a couple pairs of those. Those were awesome shoes. The mids.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Miles? What's this guy's name?
Miles Silvas?
Yeah, Miles Silvas, yeah. What do you guys think of him? A former SOTY winner, right?
I love him.
Yeah, he's pretty sick.
He is very talented and has a very big jaw.
I'm gonna unmute Sickens. If he wants to talk again.
Do it.
He can talk again. I'm still waiting for a Boise, Idaho scene update. Damn, Nicola with the fucking long backtail, huh?
Did you catch that new TED? Oh, wait, yeah, you did.
The new Break the Birds?
Yes.
Dude, he's been going off.
Bro,
hey, what's up, Sick?
I'd tell you something if there was, like, something to talk about.
Well, do you want to give us an update on on what's going on in the Boise, Idaho skate scene?
Bro, there's, like, 8 inches of snow on the ground. And nobody's skating.
Man, is that affecting any clips that you've been trying to gather?
Fuck yeah, it has.
Okay, no clip of the month from you
Is
yet.
Rhodes in Boise?
I don't even live in Boise, bro. Stallone always fucking...
Well, not Boise. Sorry, Idaho skate.
What's the lane or something like that?
What's the skinny part of Idaho called? Do you guys have a name for it?
The Panhandle?
Oh, is that called the Panhandle?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm up north.
So you're on the Panhandle.
Yeah, like state line, right next to Washington.
All right, I'm sorry for my ignorance.
Like
I won't refer to you as the Boise, Idaho.
Spokane, Washington.
Spokane, Washington. So I want to know about the Boise
dude,
I want to know about the Boise Panhandle skate scene.
I don't even know what that is.
Tell them, Sickens.
There's not shit going on, bro. Let me tell you. Anywhere.
What's the best handrail in the Boise Panhandle?
Yo, there's all the handrails are fucked, bro.
Tell me about the most fucked up one.
Like, there's one and it has this like 4-inch like crack in front of it, and it's like 6 inches taller than a standard handrail.
What
Is Boise really getting
absurd.
taken over by people from California?
Are we podcasting right now?
I think so.
Welcome to
I've
the
been
Good
getting
Morning
a lot
General
of
Chat
moved to
podcast.
Boise stuff in my algorithm. It's funny.
Well, he's not from Boise.
Idaho got big
Yeah, I
stairs
feel like
in
there's
Utah.
definitely some things.
I don't know how, but Boise real estate got pushed into my IG algorithm like a couple months ago, and now every once in a while I get fucking houses for sale in Boise. It's really strange.
Okay, yeah, because it's part of that California. Everybody's leaving California, right?
Yeah, I mean, the California retirement plan is sell your house and then take the equity and move to a cheaper state and buy a house with cash and just live.
Sounds like a good dream.
That's fucking nuts.
That's basically where it is. I mean, all these people are selling houses they bought for $200,000 for like 1.2 million, and then moving to Vegas and Boise,
Damn.
Phoenix, and all these other places, and then just living out the rest of their lives.
Has any? Do you own? Is anyone in the chat a homeowner?
Yes,
Was Mikey Taylor your real estate man?
I'm a home occupier. I wouldn't say I own it.
Was your real estate agent skate related, skate adjacent?
No, I would never hire somebody like that.
Okay. So we're still watching the Adidas video. We're watching Joe watch that. I don't know. I guess we can wrap this up because I feel like I got to the. Did I miss anything that Joe was discussing about our last podcast episode?
I don't think so. I saw you pulled up the welcome video.
Well, Joe was watching that, but I've heard nothing but trash about this welcome video.
I hated it.
Yeah,
Does Nora have clips in it?
one maybe.
Yeah, maybe 1, 2, maybe.
There was one really good welcome video where Ryan Lay started. He had the first part in it. I watched it recently because somebody in the Discord recommended. Because welcome was like very much like a blind spot for me. It was a brand that as you know, guy in my it just didn't hit for me. It was kind of like, oh great, they're bringing back shaped boards, really progressive. You know, oh shit, there's the Newark spot. Yeah, so Welcome never was like a important company to me, but
That's fun right there.
yeah, damn.
The First Street Bridge Viaduct or whatever that shit is, that DIY quarterback.
Oh, that's in California as well?
Yeah, there was like a clip back or two. Yeah, it's right off First Street, the one right before this.
Oh, okay. I thought that was there's a spot like that in Newark, New Jersey as well. Okay, but that makes more sense that it's California. All right. I guess I got to get back to my work and finish that. Who's the guy? Is that Vargas guy still on Welcome?
Oh,
Some kid named Vargas, but not a kid. He's probably been on the company for like 10 years now. Dustbox Land. It was a good stream last night, wasn't it?
I wouldn't know.
I will find out soon.
Oh, he goes back to the Bobby DeKaiser thing. Okay, so Gabe, you read this Bobby DeKaiser article and you were not not pleased with it. Was this your first piece of journalism that you've read in Hypebeast?
I hope so.
No, because I've known about Hypebeast for a while. I've done some photographs for them, and I will say every time I've tried to read the content, it's pretty shitty. I don't want to say it's always shitty because I'm sure there are some good writers, but apparently, dude, this name doesn't even sound real. Jonathan Smith, right? It sounds like someone using a fucking like fake name anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely a Dale Decker type fake name.
Is that his real name, Sammy?
Yeah, that's what I know him as.
Oh shit! He talks about Jay. Oh my God, Gabe, do you know about Jay?
Of course, man.
Okay.
Is he in Africa yet?
I think I guess he's. Well, we're gonna find out when we go watch. Oh man, this is so sick.
Oh, did he choose the wheels?
Okay, official skate across. His is his setup. Yep, he's got his wheels. Okay, I will say, guys, like, someone was asking me yesterday in the Discord about who my favorite skate YouTubers were, and I had to say like Joe was kind of the only one I liked. But then I thought about it. I was like, okay, I used to like Gary Rogers. Okay, like he was like. I didn't hate his. I liked his what he was doing. So like Gary Rogers was someone I liked. I like Joa. I like some of Fusili's stuff. But I really liked Jay Skates Across America. That was like some peak YouTube content for me, where
Better than Chad's?
Chad's was like, it wasn't funny.
True.
Jay's was hilarious, dude. I was waiting for him to get like hijacked, to get all his gear stolen, because he was like, promoting himself the whole time on like TikTok and shit, right?
Right, yeah.
Like I thought he was either going to get hit by a car or just get robbed.
Yeah, I feel like with Chad Caruso, like, he was an adult, so he actually spent time thinking it out and planning it, whereas, like, Jay and that dude Oreo were just like, fuck it, let's skate to fucking New York, let's do it.
Yeah, like, Chad's was, like, he's a humble guy, and he's a smart guy, and he's, like, he went about it like an adult, whereas, like, Jay and Oreo went about it like fucking two 15-year-olds who's, like, just, like, mom's gone for 3 hours, like, well, like, what can we get into?
Yeah, exactly. It was a lot more fun of a thing to follow.
All right, cool. So I legitimately enjoyed watching that. So I couldn't get through the Japan one. The Japan one wasn't as interesting. Did you guys watch that?
Yeah, I don't actually follow him on any social media. It just kind of pops up as it does. But no, I didn't think I followed him through the end of that.
Yeah. Did you watch the Japan one, Sammy?
No.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't get through it. So it's weird. It's
the
like
pizzazz was gone.
Yeah, which is cool for me to realize that YouTube they are artists at the end of the day. Like Jay is like, it's like, like it's like, it's like, think of him as a musician, right? And like they have like one good album and then the sophomore album flops, right?
Yeah.
So now he's coming back with his...
Sorry.
No, what were you...
That's why I like Joa so much, is because he's willing to experiment. Like try something and then try something new, fuck with it a little bit more.
I agree. And Gabe, are you a Patreon member?
Yes.
Okay, so have you gone back and watched like his stuff from 2021 and seen like how he was and what he did?
I believe I've seen most, if not all, of the Joe catalog. Okay.
Do you agree that he's better now than he was back then?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, but some people don't like him as much now. Like it's interesting to watch him. I think he's getting better, and obviously, like he's giving me advice on how to approach my craft and how I approach how I create content now. So that's cool to get his thoughts, because I can tell he's learned a fucking lot over the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, and as he should. I mean, nobody should be the same they are 4 years ago when you're trying to actively get better at something.
Yeah. Sorry, I got a little distracted. I just read a comment in the sideboard by someone called Aaron.
Aaron.
What the fuck are you talking about, Aaron? Oh, man. All right. Now I'm in a shitty mood. All right. Well, thanks for talking to me, guys. How would you guys... who wants to rate this stream of Joa's that we watched now? 1 to 10.
At least an 8.
I've seen about 12% of it, so I'll give it an incomplete. But I have high expectations.
I'm going to give it a 9.5 because he talked about the Good Morning General Chat podcast and he gave us constructive criticism. And so Yeah, this one's going in the save category in the private playlist for me to listen to when I go to bed.
Absolutely, yeah. This shit gets me through the workday. I appreciate the long form Patreon streams or the Twitch streams, whatever.
Yeah, cool. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm gonna close this off right now. Anyone have a shout out?
Shout out, Good Morning General Chat.
Thanks, Sammy.
Shout out Fernando Mendoza.
Shout out Fernando Mendoza. I hope that's not like some sex offender that you just made me shout out.
No, not never.
Okay, cool.
No room for the chomos in my life.
Okay, good. I didn't want you. I'm still a little bit uneasy about you, Gabe. I don't know how. I'm gonna walk around on eggshells for a little while. But thanks for
I don't say anything without thinking through it.
Cool. But seriously, thank you very much, Gabe, for coming on. Sammy, I appreciate it, and for everybody in the general chat who popped in to test out this. What do you call them? Stages. Let me know in the general chat what you guys think of how it worked. Any advice that you can give me. I don't want to fucking hear about the echo. That's not a problem. That you aren't listening to the podcast, you guys. You're listening to the stage. The echo's there. Just deal with it. All right. Put them in the books.